clinical trials play a vital role in pharmaceutical innovation and healthcare delivery. Scientists believe it will boost our economy if it is fully harnessed in Nigeria, as it has a lot of untapped potentials. Hello there, my name is Susan West. You are watching NAFDAC and Your Health. Today, we bring you a vista that offers a lot of opportunities. It is an area that is, should I say, exclusive reserve for scientists. I say this because the clinical trial enterprise is not general knowledge. What do we mean by this? What benefits are there in clinical trials? What are the challenges and indeed NAFDAC's role in this enterprise? Welcome to the world of clinical trials on NAFDAC and Your Health. On assumption of office, the Director General of NAFDAC, Dr. Paul Ohi, promised to bring international standards to bear in NAFDAC's regulatory function. This has materialized as he has introduced the use of cutting-edge technologies and several other measures in the fight against drug counterfeiting. Perhaps one area that is very vital in drug regulation is ensuring the safety and efficacy of drugs that Nigerians consume. This in recent times has given rise to building capacity in clinical trials.
Clinical trial is the trial of drugs in a clinical setting. For example, when drugs are developed, they are usually initially developed in the laboratory. They are tested on animals. But to see whether these drugs are going to be effective in humans and to be safe in humans, we actually need to try them on a clinical trial, in a clinical setting, try them on real human beings. And there are different levels of clinical trials, there are different phases.
Clinical trials is a process that is used to fine-tune a new drug entity that is trying to be brought into the market for human consumption. And it's not only drugs that undergo clinical trials. We also have clinical trials done in medical devices. So anything that is going to be used to impact the health of the individual has to undergo through clinical trial to, first of all, try out its safety and try out its efficacy. And then for drugs, for instance, the dosage that is right to be able to achieve the desired therapeutic effect. And for medical devices, especially things that have a radiation dose, the dosage that will be safe for the human application.
Clinical trials, as has been well explained, has 4 different phases.
Clinical trials, they exist in different formats and they're broken into different phases, starting from what they call phase 0, which is typically the discovery, the research part of things, and then phase 1, which is the first time that these new medicines are entering into the human being for evaluation for a very limited number of people, particularly to assure safety. And then phase 2 is when you expand it to a larger group of people and begin to look at not only safety, but what is the expected benefit, the so-called proof of concept. And then phase 3 is the stage at which you actually prove that the product is good or is not good, according to all kinds of statistical evaluations in much larger number of test subjects. And ultimately there's what is called phase 4. That's the post-approval phase, whereby you begin to understand the profile of the medicine that was not amenable to be studied within the framework of phase 1, 2, and 3. And then now you're exposing it to millions of people, you get more information.
Right. We have phase 1, phase 2, phase 3, phase 4. And it can also, phase 2 can also be divided into phase 2A, phase 2B. But phase 1 usually happens in healthy volunteers. But in some instances, it can also be used in people or patients that already have the disease. But the key thing is it only occurs in a few number of humans. You don't go too much. You know, you have a range like between 1 and let's say 10, 20. And then